Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and we are on episode 4 of The Last of Us Part 2. Last time we came across that moose that was all, that corpse, and then we investigated inside, and there were clickers and infected, and um, uh, you, then we came, we basically have come across Eugene's like little hidey hole. We got our first workbench. We got some, upgraded our gun a bit, and um, yeah. So hey, Papa Pig, how's it going? So last time we ended it right here. Apparently there's a sex den of Eugene's that um, we're gonna check it out. Alright, let's see what we got.
Oh my god. It's weed. That's a lot of dead weed.
This explains a lot.
Wow. I love how the music's like all holy. Like we came across Shangri-La of weed. What is this? Some type of video?
Hey, he's got that videotape thing.
Huh. Dong of the Wolf. Smash Brandy's cooch.
Are these? It's porn. Interesting taste, Eugene.
Wasn't Dawn of the Wolf that kind of fictitious movie poster that you can see in the first game? Correct me if I'm wrong. How dare they do Crash Bandicoot like that? What happened? I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, Smash. Oh, I didn't even get that. I didn't even understand the pun. Or like the... Wow. Smash. Wow, okay. That totally went over my head the first time I played this. And this time. I think I played it twice, but then this is maybe like the third time playing. That's crazy. Yeah, come on. I love how Uncharted 4 like celebrates Crash by having Nathan Drake play it, but Last of Us just completely subverts everything. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Like it didn't even register in my head. Smash Bandy's cooch. Oh my god, that I totally didn't. Who got here? Oh god.
Dina. It's a gas mask bong.
God, he was so smart.
This is how you cope, I guess. Wow. What we got here? Weed? Oh, that's some blunts.
Ah.
Oh, there we go.
You think it's still good?
Does weed go bad?
Let's find out.
You having a hard time?
No, I got it.
Fuck. Give me that.
Oh, yeah, like you're gonna get it. Okay. It's...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I got it open, didn't I?
Smells good.
I mean... Gonna be stuck here a while, right?
Totally trapped.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know, can you?
Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, like, absolute trash. And 10 being life-altering. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Why are we still talking about this? You said it was a mistake.
Did I say that?
What are you doing?
I asked you to rate our kiss.
I don't know.
I give it a 6.
A 6? Wow.
Like a solid 6.
Okay.
There were a lot of people around.
Yeah, but 6.
Oh, what? I mean, now I really want to know how you'd rate it.
I don't think you do.
You're infuriating.
Have you met you?
You make me want to go back outside into that blizzard.
No one is stopping you.
This better be better than a 6.
Oh. I love how I went from playing Spyro to playing this. It's a complete tonal shift. But, yeah, those two kids earned it. So are Abby. So, yeah, before we go forward, last night's episode, I think it's called When You're in Need. For When You're in Need. Penultimate episode of the season. It's the David episode. Absolutely riveting. To me, it was like one of the best episodes of TV I've seen in a while. Like, definitely the front runner for this year, without a doubt. Yeah, I loved it. Every story, every beat of it was just exactly how I wanted it to be. It was perfect. They also had what's his name? I think his name is Scott Peterson. I could be wrong with the last name, but he's the guy that plays David. He's also in El Camino as one of the fake cops that shows up at Todd's house to try to raid it for his money. That guy's a great actor. Definitely plays the kind of slightly off person very well. Um, and my God, you know, everybody in the beginning of the season was like, "Oh yeah, Pedro Pascal, he's great as Joel." I'm still trying to feel whether Bella Ramsey is good. Like people were like, and I was very much on board with her. I thought she was nailing it down. It just the show itself just needed to develop some more. And honestly, like Bella Ramsey blew me away. Like she blew my hair back last night. Like with her performance. Like I knew what was coming, and I was still like, I was still like devastated by the end of it. Her performance is like this is an incredible actress, young actress, child actresses and actors. They're very hard to come by. There's really great ones, but what she was doing, it's like I I'm trying to think of other child actors. Like I really like what's her name from Mad Men, who plays Sally. What's her name? Kiernan Shipka. She's really great. There's been characters on Louis that were really good as child. Oh, the child, like the two girls who play Louis's daughters on the FX's Louis, awesome actresses. But yeah, Bella Ramsey, she's just phenomenal, phenomenal. You don't get a performance like that by regular actors every day. She did amazing, absolutely great. Yeah, definitely up there with one of the best up. Yeah, definitely. As for like, I saw that people were like criticizing like some of the gaming community was kind of like, they were critical that there wasn't enough like infected scenes, like they were glossing over infected scenes. For me, like that never even entered into it for me. Like, I think people need to come to terms. I said this on Twitter, but like, people need to come to terms with the idea that gameplay sequences are not not every single gameplay sequence has to be adapted for the show. The show just has to nail the emotional beats, the story beats. That's what's most important, and just nailing the world. You don't need to have, people are like, picking apart every episode as if like, hey, wait, whoa, that bloater sequence isn't there. That clicker sequence isn't here. Like, it doesn't need to be. Like, as long as it's already established that the infected exist and that the circumstances are harsh within like people, because that's all that really matters for me. Like, and that was always the thing that drew me to the first game to begin with, was that it kind of like subverted from being from bringing like the infected to the forefront constantly, the way The Walking Dead almost seems to like feel like it's like required to have like a big zombie set piece in every single episode. I always like The Last of Us because it's more about the people or more about people in general and humanity, and like The Walking Dead explored that, but it was always kind of like handcuffed to the idea that they needed to have infected all the time. Like, so I'm glad that they went about that they've been going about it, the way they have. So. Troy Baker was amazing. It's so cool to hear his voice too, because like every time I've seen Troy Baker, like I always see him as the actor. When we know that he's a great voice actor. He was in Death Stranding, Uncharted 4, Last of Us. It was really interesting to see him as a live action actor, and like he actually had that voice of Joel as in the role of Buddy Boy. I thought he was great.
Great. Infected.
Speaking of infected, do I have anything but a pistol? I do not.
Oh my god.
Can't tell if someone's running at me or not. Oh god, there's more people coming down the... Oh my god.
Shit!
I did not expect this to happen. I thought I was in like a stealth mission. That's insane how this started. It's insane how this turned into a chase sequence without me realizing it was.
Okay, up this way. Damn it!
Oh my god. I'm just guessing where to go. Oh, I remember this part. Holy crap.
Give me your hand! We're gonna have to run! There's too many of them! I'll cover you! Go! Oh, this way!
Holy shit.
Through here! Oh, shit! Hold up! This way! Come on! You okay?
Yeah.
Where the hell they all come from?
It don't
Wow.
matter. What does is where we going.
I reckon we go out the back. We can make a break for the lodge.
I ain't got a better idea. Hey, you got a gun?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're a good shot. Keep up with us.
Oh my
We gotta
god.
warn everyone. Come back with a cleanup crew.
We gotta live through this first. Watch them windows.
God, these little bitches are everywhere! Get to the
I forgot how to hit people.
Through this door! Come on! Hurry! That door ain't gonna hold them for long.
We need to hurry.
What are we doing?
Up there, the window! That's our way out! You see a way up there? Here, use this! Hey, girl! Give us a hand with this thing!
Girl. Oops.
Push it up onto the cart! We're getting inside! I'll get the gondola to the window! You two keep those infected off of me! Heads up! Damn, this thing is heavy!
Man, we're out, man.
Damn it! Get this thing off Just keep those infected away.
Ooh. I can't believe I just took out a click or two with a pipe.
Tommy, I'm running low. Another minute.
Ooh, my God.
Watch out. What you doing, Tommy? Almost there.
Oh God. No.
I got it. Come on. Whoa, go. Hey, through the window. Let's go. Yeah, I got you. They're close to us.
Ooh.
Where are we going?
It's this way. Come on.
I think she knows.
Don't slow down. Head for those doors. Through here. Let's go. Hey, I'm Tommy. That's Joel. What's your name?
Abby.
Abby, are you okay? That ain't gonna hold. We gotta go back. We can't outrun them all the way to Jackson. We need to barricade that door. Tommy, we cannot stay here. The horses ain't making it all that
My
way.
friends are at a mansion just north of here. It's fenced in. We have the whole perimeter secured.
It's a Baldwin place. I can work.
All right. I'll get the door.
Keep riding with me. Come on.
Go! Hold on tight.
Holy shit. Lot of subtle stuff happening in this scene.
What about this one? When I was 12, I found a skateboard. Uh-oh. And I tried to get on it. And it shot right out from underneath me.
Wait, how did you get the scar?
I fell on my knife. Okay. A chemical burn. I did it myself. Why? To cover a bite mark. Right here. I got jumped by an infected when I was 14. And turns out I'm immune, so it healed with a ring of fucked up teeth marks and cysts and...
Ow! Fuck you.
What? Hey!
I told you a real fucking story.
I did tell you a real fucking story.
Oh, you want a bite mark?
What?
Did you hear that?
Jesse? Just stay there, okay?
Are you okay?
Just, will
What's
you wait,
going on?
please? What? Just turn around. What are you doing?
Are you kidding me?
You're supposed to be on patrol.
There's a blizzard outside.
Is that weed?
Why are you here?
People are counting on you. You get that? What we do matters.
Well, then why aren't you at the fucking lookout?
Because Tommy and Joel didn't show up.
What do you mean?
We waited for them for an hour. I was looking for their horses when I saw lights.
Maybe they just went back to town. Without being replaced. No way. How much of their region have you covered?
Not much.
Then we split up. Go at it from different sides. And we can cover the whole thing in a few hours.
I don't like you riding solo. We don't know what's out there.
Exactly. What if they need help?
Okay, I'll head west. Dina can take south, and you come from the east. But be smart about it, yeah?
Yeah.
good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
You want to get those saddles off?
No, it's all right. We'll just ride out the storm and get out of here.
Got any brushes or towel or anything?
You are nothing but lucky.
You have no idea.
Y'all get electricity in here.
Where the fuck have you been?
There are solar panels on the roof.
And who are these people?
How long y'all been here?
Since yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yep.
What are y'all doing out this way?
Just passing through. You two live nearby?
We do. A few hours down the hill. Y'all should come back with us, restock before you head out.
Appreciate it. I'm Mel, by the way.
Tommy, this is my brother.
Joe. Y'all act like you heard of us or something.
Because they have.
Laura? All clear?
He's out. Put him against the wall.
Tommy! Get off me! Get off me! Ah! Puta madre.
Joel Miller.
Who are you?
Guess.
Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed? Get this over with.
Tourniquet his leg. Do it.
Don't you fucking move.
God! Damn it!
Clear out. You stupid old man. You don't get to rush this. Joel! Tommy! Shit. How do I get down there? Okay, sure.
Whew. I get lightheaded during that scene, dude.
Come on. Please be okay.
I mean, Joel seemed like he was... When he said, why don't you just say whatever you have rehearsed? It's like he knows...
Tommy!
It's like he knows he has it coming to him from
Joel!
somebody. Oh my god, I can't get down there. And the way he doubles down on his, like... on his, like... ferociousness and his kind of, like... he's not apolog. You know, it's like he doesn't know. He knows damn well that he's wronged many people along the way. But he doesn't give a crap. He is who he is, and that's just like, oh my god. Let's see if I can get through here. That was pretty badass when Joel said, yeah, it is, yeah. But it's also telling. It's badass, but it's telling, you know,
Joel?
of who he
Tommy?
is, and his own awareness of what he's done. Like, oh god.
Where is that coming from?
His knee's so fucked up too right now.
Shit. Fuck.
Right. But you know what? That's the story of the first game, is that he was very hardened, very distant from, you know, even Ellie, and then he started to come around with Ellie, and Ellie was kind of his like way back to, you know, kind of her being serving as kind of like his daughter to him, or to a daughter role. That was his way of finding peace again with other people, I think, and coming back to himself. And that's when he starts, you know, and then he gets integrated into this, in Tommy's like community, and it's just like, he's a smart man, but he trusts people now, and that's kind of what is almost like, ironically, this downfall right here. It's like insane. Let's see what we can do.
Get her down! Get off me! Get her hand! Get the fuck off me!
You got her! Look, you got her! Okay?
You're gonna fucking die!
What's going on?
Let him go!
Who is that?
Let him
She
go!
snuck in.
Why aren't you posted up outside?
We didn't think anyone was gonna show up.
What the hell did you expect? We gotta get out of here before the whole town's on top of us. You're done.
You want what I want, right?
End it. Now.
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No! Fucking kill you. Ellie. I'm sorry.
Jesse! They're down here!
Could I sit down, please?
Yeah.
Maria wants to make sure you're eating.
She can't stop us.
To have the guys that we would need to do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, but that's what's happening.
What if we get hit by hunters again?
Is this you talking or is this her?
It's a valid point.
If it were you or me, Joel would be halfway to Seattle already.
No, he wouldn't.
He absolutely fucking would be.
Well, we don't even know for certain that they're from Seattle.
Washington Liberation Front. That's what you said was on those patches.
What if they stole those jackets?
That's...
What's the WLF move?
What are you doing? You know what? I'm leaving tomorrow. And if you want to come with me, great.
You have no idea what you're walking into. You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
Give me a day to talk to Maria. Okay? There's got to be some folks you can spare.
And if she won't budge?
Well, I'll figure something out. One day. Please.
Fine. I want to stop at his house before we leave. We just have to pick something up. Okay.
I don't think so at all. I don't think it's the whole driving force of this game is what love does to people. How it can get turned into just a black hole of like hate and revenge and everything, and like Joel's story was already over by the first game. For Ellie to accept him as kind of like this father figure, and their relationship is tragic, but it's based on violence and like this awful world they're in, and like Joel is a bad person. Like you say that yes, getting golf clubbed to death slowly and painfully is dirty. Yes. But Joel did this to Joel did these things to other people himself. Like, we did it literally in the gameplay of the first game. We were beating people with pipes and stuff. Like, we were, like, everything was. It wasn't like a James Bond game. It where it's like this pulp action thing. It's brutal. It's it's always been established that Joel and Tommy have done awful things, and they set that up last episode of this stream, of this playthrough, where they say, Tommy and Eugene, they had to like torture some guy, and I didn't believe that. Like, Dina says, I don't buy that, Tommy doing that, and Ellie says it herself. She's like, Joel and Tommy did awful things in the past. Like, Ellie is a very tragic character because, and I think they even set this up in the show almost a little bit better than the game did, where Ellie has a lot of spunk, and she's willing to tear someone down if she has to in order to survive. But like, there's that scene like when they were like looking for things in like an earlier episode of the HBO show where she goes into the kind of like this little like basement area, and there's like an infected there, and there's this moment where she's kind of like enjoying the idea of like just cutting his head open and playing with him, almost like what like a sociopath would do in a way. And it's because of her revenge fantasy that she, because of what happened with Riley in Left Behind. She has this contempt for obviously for infected, but she's always had this contempt brewing in her, and this is the perfect reason for launching pad to go forth with that, for her to go on this like suicide revenge mission where she doesn't even care what happens to her. But it sets up, and especially that last episode with what happened with David, and how she had to overcome that through violence. Violence is almost like a comfort now, and her and Joel are kind of like there's kind of like this weird bond they have through kind of like a necessary evil, but now it's kind of like it's spreading like a disease almost. The way, like, it's hard to explain, but for me, it's just Joel is just he had this coming. For me, I like, even when I first played this, I was shocked. Like, it feels like the floor comes out from beneath you when the scene happens, but to me, it totally makes sense. For me, I do my head is wrapped around it, or I can wrap my head around it. Because they already told the Joel story in the first game, and part 2 has to explore something else. It's just, I think a lot of people get attached to the protagonist as if, especially a video game protagonist, as if they're going to be like this franchise mainstay, like he's a Mario or Nathan Drake or something. But I don't think that's what this story ever was. It was always about fine finality and kind of like this, you know, finiteness, and you are who you are, and then you're gonna get what you deserve in the end. Like, I don't know, there's a lot to, for me, this game, even though like I personally like I think the first game is a much more easier game to get behind, this game sticks with me, I think, even more than the first game does in terms of what it's exploring. I wasn't expecting Joel to live. It's how like, the thing is, the way they do it, it's not like they're gonna, like, you know, salute him and be like, hey, like, you know, sorry it has to go be this way. Like, it's gritty and dark and disturbing and upsetting. Like, and that's all sort of what this world always was. And for me, what this game or what this world is what good comes from it. Like, what, like, if there was a part 3 to this game, I wonder if there's kind of like light at the end of the tunnel for humans, for how we are. And what dictates our choices and stuff like that. Like, for me, it's just like a very complicated.
I couldn't get to the horses. Looks like Tommy took one. Now Maria's got the stables locked down.
Fucking Tommy. We'll figure something else out on the way. A car or a horse or something.
Okay.
This makes getting to Seattle a lot harder.
Then it's gonna be harder.
I have to say,
You can
though,
still change your mind, you know.
I know.
playing this game with
You to feel like you have to.
playing this game with context to having played it and getting to know a character like Abby more, there's such a pain in in the decision, the choice she made here to do this. And like when she looks back at Ellie on the floor, and while she's just like you know, melting into the floor about what's just happened, like there's like there's almost like a sorriness to it. But yeah, Abby, as far as from where we are now, Abby, you know, she got rescued by Joel and Tommy. We don't exactly know why she's out here, but and we can obviously surmise that she's been wronged, like many people have been wronged. Like many people were wronged by Joel. But yeah, it's for a new character, and we're playing as that new character, and then that character kills off the main lead of the game. That's gut wrenching, like, you know. But I kind of admire it in a way. I have to say. But yeah, how they did it is rough. It's rough, without a doubt. The performances were great. You know, Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, everybody, like all across the board. Even Owen seems like he's like the least. He didn't really want any of this, it seemed like, but he was just like, you know what, it has to be done. This is what Abby has been trying to. This has like been her like sole mission in a way, but I don't know how I feel about it. You know, it's meant to be upsetting. I don't think there's a clear-cut answer to like, oh hey, you know what, you're wrong for feeling bad or feeling like you've been gypped. Like, it's supposed to feel that way.
End of story.
You need to get your backpack.
I hid it by the east gates. I figured we'd want to slip out that way.
I think it's fitting that we didn't get to play as Joel. The most we played as him was on a horse in the intro. But they never give us the freedom to play as him. And I think that was the game itself saying to you, it was never meant to be. Like, it was always meant to be how it's about to happen. And that this game is not about... It's less about Joel than it is about Ellie. And almost in a way, the game has always been about... Like, even the first game has been more about Ellie than Joel, I think. Yeah, it's rough. But I'm kind of glad they didn't give him this, like, you know, hero's goodbye in a way. Like, they conveyed death and murder the way murder is, in that it's unjust, and it's, you know, Abby might feel it's just, but it's really unjust. Everything affects everybody. Everybody is impacted by one's choices and the people in our lives and everything like that. So there's no black and white, and it's upsetting, you know. No two ways about it. There's a very interesting interview by Vince Gilligan where he talked about, and I don't know if I hope I can articulate this the way he did, but he said, like, in the world of, like, say, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, there are no like stupid characters. All any flaws or moments that are seen as, like, the imperfect choice, it's always an emotional choice. It's always, like, you know, something deep within a character that causes their downfall, or, you know, that makes them make dumb choices. But it's not because the writing's dumb, or that in any way contrived. It's character driven, and characters fall and trip on emotionally driven moments, I guess. And I think that's the same thing you can argue here, is that Joel, like I said, Joel, the whole point of the first game was he was uncomfortable with having to escort this, you know, this girl who reminded him very much of his daughter in a way, and he was feeling that kind of, like, parental bond again, but he was fighting it throughout the first game story, like, until he just kind of gave into it. And for him to make that decision at the end of the first game where he saves Ellie, decides not to sacrifice her for the greater good, in quotes, he's making a decision that he's accepting love again, and he's accepting a daughter, like a figurative daughter in his life back again, because what they went through in that first game developed into that. And when he does that, he's lying, and he's accepting that he has found his way back to some sense of, like, normalcy again, where he can be one amongst a community, or, like, you know, a loved one, and he's not closed off. He's not just this, like, you know, smuggler guy, you know, with no soul. So for him to finally get that back, that's kind of like what is his downfall. Like, I think that, for me, that's what makes sense about it, is that, first of all, you're in a blizzard, you're being chased by infected, so for him to be there in that little resort, surrounded by all those people, that wasn't a choice he made on his own. That was something that he was forced into. Like, that was outside external forces forcing him into that situation. And once you're in that situation, he's already kind of, you know, like, Tommy's very inviting and saying, hey, if you guys want to stock up. So Joel's going to go along with that, because everything's kind of going good for him now. He's found this place for himself, and that's what him achieving that is what has let his guard be let down. And I think he noticed it. I think once he announced his name, Joel, and kind of he kind of caught himself being like, he felt the temperature in the room being like, well, you guys don't know me, do you? And then that's when it started like even before the shotgun went off. I think he like was thinking, who are these people? Like, do they know me? Like, because he knows damn well there are people that would love to see him dead and would love to see his head smashed in with the golf club if they had a chance. And that's unfortunately what happened. So for me, for me, he's not an action hero. So he's human. He's gonna go down like everybody else is gonna go down in the end. You know, we're all gonna die, and it's gonna be unceremonious, and it's gonna be unfair, and you know, we're strong. Like everyone's strong, but until life takes it away, it's, you know, it's always out of your hands. But for me, I think I think that scene is supposed. It pulls off exactly what it was supposed to do, and I have personally have no problem with the way it, like, as a fan of him, like, because I'm not gonna lie, I know I'm being very I'm playing like devil's advocate a lot. I love Joel too. I think that's what's most interesting about it is he's an awful person, but it's not like he's like. It's not like he's like a Walter White where he's like he consciously made really awful, terrible, evil decisions on his own. It was kind of like the world that shaped him. I think like who he was always in his DNA, and it was in a really harsh world where he has to be violent to survive. Brought that out in him, but I still love the character. I still think it speaks to people as a whole, like, you know, that even the worst of us, there's good, in a way. So I'm upset that he went, like that he got killed off, but I appreciate the creative execution of it. And maybe I've come around to that, but and I know it might be harder for others too, but like for me, I'm kind of down with it. I think it was actually like for me, it's like an artful. It's what great cinema does, what great fiction does. It's powerful, and it works, and it leaves you thinking. And the fact that I'm talking like endlessly about this speaks for itself, I think. But that's just me. Like, and you're okay. It's okay for you to disagree. I think that's what this game kind of opens itself up to, is disagreements and everyone having their own interpretations. And but man, this hurts. Whew. Alright. I think this is Maria's house? Tommy Maria's house? I think we're gonna leave, this episode we needed to talk a lot. Obviously we needed to spend more, less time playing the game, a lot more really kind of analyzing it. Next time we're gonna go, you know, we're gonna push on through the game, but I think we're gonna end it here. Unfortunately, as much as I want to keep playing, because man, oh man, this game is just, it's something else. This is art. Like, this is one of those games where it's like, this is what games can be. It's not always going to be this, like, you know, fun, comforting roller coaster of like a, you know, of an experience. It could be something that's devastating. But yeah, I think we'll end it here. Puppet Pig, I invite any opinion you have. This is a good place for discussion. Good stuff to, you know, to reflect on what's happened here. And I get it though. It sucks what happens here. But yeah, I think we'll end it. Anyone out there who wants to like, comment, or subscribe to Kev Plays, It's greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to Kev Plays on YouTube, and you can follow me on Twitter at Let's Watch Series. Other than that, yes. And other than that, stay safe, stay healthy, keep a clear mind, and keep on gaming. And we will return to the nightmare that is Last of Us Part 2. See you soon, Pulpa.